to record a short video, even though it's a little dark tonight, but at least I have a video to let you guys know that I got back perfectly okay, and I am just adjusting. It is by the slopes of Mount Kenya, so it's cold. People in America think that Africa is hot, but not this Africa. It is really cold here. So I am warm and having my tea as I tell you guys that my trip was nice and fun, and eventually I'm home. I'm very happy to be here. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the process of relocating from US to Kenya. And I had been sharing videos of how to get prepared, shipping my stuff. My stuff is not here with me yet. I'm hoping by mid next month I'll have my stuff here and I'll be able to show you guys and explain more of the process. All right, so this is where I live. Like I said, it's in the countryside. It's in the outskirts of Nanyuki and by the slopes of Mount Kenya. So yeah, this is about it. Coming to Kenya from America, I decided to do this and to ship my things from America using that provision that the Kenyan government uses as an incentive to have more Kenyans coming back to Kenya. And after being away from home for over 30 years, I thought it was time. Is it a perfect time? Maybe not. Are there better times? Maybe. But this is my best time for me. I feel like all the stars were aligned and it's the best time for me to be here. And I know a lot of people want to make the transition. And I know it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me. I thought they're going to be a little bit easier, but it was way more harder than I had expected. But the process wasn't as hard. I started from getting my Kenyan passport, and then from there I had to talk to my shipping agent and just moving my stuff from don't mind my birds. I live in the countryside, like I said. There's background noises, don't mind it. But anywho, so I had to get a hold of my shipping company and the logistics of moving my stuff from my house and then moving it to the shipping company. That stuff, it was tedious to say the least, but I'm happy it's done. So I'm very happy and excited to be home, but I'm also learning a lot of things and assimilating back in the society. It's amazing how much things change. After 30 years, I'm a stranger in my own home. I feel sometimes the language, the lingo, everything is so different. It's one thing when I'm coming to visit as a tourist, but when you're here and this is home and I have to make it home, it has been a challenge adjusting. But 3 weeks is a short time to judge it. But I'm hopeful that as time continues, it will get easier and easier. Okay, so I'll be sharing with you guys the process and me assimilating and the things that I'm doing. As far as I'm pretty young, I think, so I'm not actually retired. It's like a new phase of my life. So I'll be operating a few businesses. Some of them I established about 2-3 years ago, just as a trial. And I'm looking at more adventures and more opportunities to do something more engaging. So I'm not just staying at home and just staying with my animals and eventually getting bored. So I'm trying to keep myself occupied. And I think that these few ventures that I'm going to be doing, they will be keeping me busy and keeping me focused, so I don't feel like, people do come from America and they stay here for a year and go back. I'm hoping I won't be that person. I don't want to go back to America, at least not to live anymore. I would love to go and visit. I still keep my American citizenship and my Canadian, so I'll still be able to go back, and I want to go back but to visit, never to stay and never to work. I feel like whatever I didn't accomplish in 30 years is done with. I don't think there's any more I can do in the US at this point of my life. So yeah, so I'll be listing on the video the requirement for you to be a Kenyan returnee and what the government gives you breaks as far as taxes when you bring your household goods, and there's a criteria of what they require. I'm not going to go into depth with it, but I will share on the screen all the requirement that the government of Kenya requires for you to use this provision. I know for sure you have to have a Kenyan passport that's valid, and I know for sure that you have to have lived away for at least more than 2 years. And just to say a few, there's a little bit more. Like for me, I opted to export or import, whatever, a car, but this car has to be right-hand drive. It cannot be more than, there's my dogs, it cannot be more than 8 years old. There's a criteria, and I'll make sure that I categorically let you guys know. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me on the comment. I'll be happy to let you know what I'm going through and what it entails, so that if you're thinking about it, so maybe this is not the time, but it's good to do some homework. Like I said, I started my process 3 years ago in 2021 by building this house, and then 2022 I started raising animals. Where I live, it doesn't rain as much, so crops don't do very well, but animals do well. So I'm actually a pig farmer. I raise hogs, and I have a few outlets in town where we sell our pork. I'll be doing a video on that sometimes later, and I'll let you guys know. It's important, like when you do move, don't move without a plan. And don't be like, one day I'm fed up with America, I'm going to pack up and go home. Don't be that guy. Make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, so when you get here, you're not surprised. I know people come here expecting to get jobs, but there's a lot of Kenyans who are unemployed. And obviously, I feel, me personally, that it's not fair for us who have lived away for so long to come back here and start, competing for the same jobs that most locals want and are in desperate need of. I myself am coming back to create opportunities, to employ people, and to invest in the country that raised me. I would be the person I am today if I didn't grow up in Kenya, if I didn't have the upbringing that I had, the struggles, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. It was all good to prepare me for the life I've had in Canada and in America. And I feel like I had been really blessed, and I had a very fantastic life. There were challenges along the way, but for the most part, I'm just happy that God blessed me with the opportunity and the life that I've been able to live in Canada and in America. So when I'm here, and sometimes you see the situations that people live in, is very humbling, as well as I'm convicted that I'm back for the right reason. I'll be trying to do some more community involvement activities, and then just to see how I can help outside of being an employer and creating employment. I'm gonna be trying as well to do some things to help the least fortunate, because there's poverty here. Much as I'm living a good life, when I walk around my neighborhood, not everybody is sure about their next meal or stuff like that, and it's a little sad, but it's the reality. And I just feel like, if I wasn't blessed to leave the country and make money, then come back, I would be in the same situation. So I'm more than happy to assist where I can. And at some point in time, I'll be asking you guys to contribute towards my community activities, so we see how we can uplift the people in my community. Everybody, charity begins at home. I'm going to build my people first. All right? So anyway, thank you for watching. And please, if you have not subscribed already, please do so and follow me through this adventure. I'll be sharing again the good, the bad, and the indifferent. All right, see you in the next one. Peace out.